Okay, I'm on Big Sibs now. I've already taken out the first few and almost got the group corralled. If you look at the minimap, they're a bit stretched out, but they're almost corralled. I've targeted this front one rather than just dragging him. I'm not circling, but I'm dragging him towards the back just to make sure that this group corrals. Because once they're corralled as a single group, they're much easier to take on. And it's also much easier to pick up your cargo. What you don't want them doing is popping in the middle of the group, a stretched out group, and then trying to drag them away from it, and the cargo disappearing before you have a chance to pick it up. You're almost corralled now. Okay, one thing to note about all these, this technique is exactly the same as doing the devs, and it'll be exactly the same technique with the BKs as well. You don't want these running to the corner. If they run to the corner, you need to take them out. You need to chase them down, take them out. Now that one that I was just attacking is now running. Just make sure there's enough gap between the main group and the one that's running, as I did with the devs. And then chase him down, finish him off, pick up the cargo. It's even the bigger the alien, the more important it is to create that group so that the main group don't catch you up and start hitting you before you've taken out the one that you're chasing down. Okay, I've took that. I'll go up and find the main group, target another one. Now, with all these slow-moving aliens like these, definitely the devs, and to the main degree the BKs, although BKs are a little bit faster and it's a bit more difficult to do, you can circle. You don't have to drag, as I'm doing here. You can circle, but you will lose lock a few times because it's a big group, but there's no reason why you can't circle without getting hit. However, I don't, and there's a couple of reasons for that. The first one is, especially if you're only using X1, if you haven't got a lot of ammo, you're only using X1, especially on a beta gate and even more so on a gamma gate, it can take a while. Circling like that and having to concentrate is very tiring. You need your concentration to keep circling, keep that right distance away from the group and circle round. And also what happens when you're circling is you'll tend to pop them before they've run off. This one's starting to run, but because he's still in the main group, I've now got to drag them away from the cargo. The other reason for not circling is, while you're circling, you're using your wrist and your fingers to do that with your mouse. You're moving your mouse pointer, and you've also got your finger continuously on the left mouse button in order to facilitate the circling motion. This can make your wrist sore, it can make your finger sore, especially if you're tending a long time on the gate or you're doing a lot of gates. By dragging, all we're doing is putting the mouse behind the ship there, just clicking once, letting them catch up a bit, click again. So all I've got to do is the odd click to keep my distance from the pack so that they don't hit me. And just keep doing that. Just a click. I'm not using my hands, my wrists. There's a danger with gaming of repetitive strain injury to the wrist. This minimises that. It's less concentration. Just wait for him to get away from the main group. You can just drag him a factor a little bit away by circling around the back of them and chase him down and finish him off. I'm not bothered if he gets a few hits when he's chasing me down. They're not powerful enough to do me any major damage on their own. If you're a weaker ship, then what you do is you just keep your distance so that you're out of his range, doing exactly what you're doing with the main group by dragging them. It's up to you. Other people say, oh, don't drag them, circle them, but it's entirely up to you. For me, those reasons are good enough. It's easier, less concentration, and doesn't hurt my wrist. Okay, I'll come back. Now that's the Sibs, nothing really more to add on that. And I'll come back when we're on the next level, which is the little Sibs.